Welcome back. Thought I'd come out and do an update on the car. A couple of my friends messaged me and pointed out that I did say I was going to give a tour of the car and didn't, but I think I was just excited and it was 5:30 a.m. in the morning, so I forgot. The experience of buying a car without seeing it and having it shipped has actually been pretty good. There's only two things that I would have noticed if I was there and asked them to correct. On the left hand or the driver's side here, passenger side in the UK, the left hand side skirt, you can see somebody scraped down it, so there's some paint missing, but it's not a problem. I've ordered the touch-up kit for $45 and I'll do that myself. Just needs sanding, touching up. And also they mounted the left front tire the opposite way round. Now it's actually fine because they're kind of unidirectional tires, although they are slightly different tread patterns right to left, and they put it the wrong way. So I will get that corrected. But other than that, the actual purchase was absolutely fine. Interestingly, as I said in the last video, they sent the car out without me sending. I put a $6,000 deposit down of the $21,500 we were supposed to put down. Didn't ask for it. They sent the car out. I sent the check later, filled in all of the paperwork. Hopefully that's got back to them. Really odd that they sent it out. As for the car, I absolutely love it. You cannot replace a sports car, but you can give yourself some sound and power, and all of the bits, or some of the bits that you love in a sports car, can be put into an SUV. Now, no, it doesn't feel like a Boxster or a Corvette or a 911 or an M2 or an M3, but it feels sporty enough and is super convenient for our life. And importantly, Selena seems to absolutely love it. She actually spent the first 2 days driving it way more than I did, and it was me kind of pushing to get the car. I mentioned we were considering whether or not to keep the other car. That didn't happen. One day after we got this car, we went and sold the car. Super easy. We contacted 3 online buyers. One of them came back 2,000 more. We drove to AutoNation Toyota of Las Vegas, took it in. They did the assessment. They actually offered us $100 over what they offered us online. We took the check, we left. Super easy. It was a 2-hour process from arriving to getting the check and leaving. So we are now back to one car only. There's lots of different reasons for this. One, it's so expensive keeping 2 cars. I mentioned before, we really only need 2 cars once a week at most, and that's for a 2-hour period. We've kind of got that figured out. Selena jumps in a Uber to go to work out. I'm already at jiu-jitsu, and then I pick her up on the way back. So it's like a $10, $15 trip once a week. Silly. We're going to be away quite a lot in the coming months as well. So we're going to have 2 cars insured and sitting there. It just seems so silly when we can put the money to better use, pay off the insurance, part of the loan and everything else. So that's where we're at with the 2 cars. If we do need one in the future, which I think according to Selena will be after we buy our next house, which might be sooner rather than later, then we'll buy a new car. May even get an electric car at that point. So far, what I've done to the car is I've done a very quick machine polish correction. And I mean, I spent maybe 2 to 3 hours on it, and that included putting a ceramic coat over the top. Unfortunately, it rained directly after that, so I couldn't actually finish what I needed to do. Very rarely rains in Vegas, but of course when you paint correct your car, it started to rain. So yesterday I managed to get the wax coat on, which was about 6 days after the ceramic coat. So that has been done. I have also ordered a leather cleaning and treatment kit, which should be here today. The stuff that I'm going to do separately, now the spark plugs need changing every 60,000 miles. It's not at 60,000 miles, but I just want to do them myself. I've swapped out the pollen filters in the car, which is so much easier than new BMWs. The old ones, it was underneath the bonnet and then kind of underneath the windshield, so you had to take so many parts off, and it was like an hour and a half job, and they'd quote you $300-400. So I did that on our last car, but this one, it's in the passenger footwell. It took me 15 minutes to get it done. Spark plugs on our last car, maybe 5 to 10,000 miles ago. Bit of an annoying job because of the layout of the engine. It goes quite deep into the cabin or towards the cabin, so it took maybe an hour and a half. This one should hopefully, even though there's more spark plugs, take way less time, I'm hoping. BMW quoted nearly $1,000 to do it, 900 and something dollars. I've paid for the OEM BMW parts $160, so that'll be done as soon as they arrive, which should also be today. Also going to do the airbox filters. Apparently they were changed last year, but for the sake of $26 each, it's got 2 airboxes on here, so $52. I might as well change those out, and when it goes in for service, it'll get changed again. And the only true modification that I'm going to do is I'm swapping out the mirror cap. The M50 with the shadow line pack comes with the body colored, which is nicer, but we prefer the carbon fiber with the little M kick, and they're I think $150, $160. So I've got those on order and those should turn up fairly soon. So let's do a very quick tour of the car that I should have done the other day. It's a BMW X5 M50i 2021. It was $103,000 US when new, the invoice price with all of the options, and we paid $49,500. I think that's a pretty good deal. Big engine BMWs are very known for losing a lot of value fairly quickly though, so I would say it's about right, just under 50% of its value 3 years after it was originally sold. So it's got tons of options. I'm not going to go through all of them, but some of the best options, which you can see down here, these sensors and cameras, is it's got the assisted driving package, which means I can just press a button and it will maintain speed and distance and lane control. It's got the parking assistance, which means it will park for me. I don't think I'll ever use that one. It's got the laser lights here, which will be able to show you there. Photonic, or I don't know how you pronounce it, blue paint. It's got the shadow line kit, which is all of these blacked out bits. Got my very slight upgrade of the US flag, which I'm going to get the Union Jack to go in there also. Got these 21-inch wheels, which I absolutely love. I don't usually like standard manufacturer wheels, but I really, really like these ones. The tires to replace on this car are about $2,600 for a set, front and rear tires. Luckily in Vegas, we don't get hit that hard with the wear on our tires. The road conditions are pretty good. There's not a huge amount of stop-start either, so the wear rate's fairly low, so I'm expecting to get 40, 50,000 out of them. Body color mirrors, which I've said I'm going to swap out for the carbon. Inside, we have the $3,400 Bowers & Wilkins audio system upgrade. Carbon fiber trim, full carbon fiber trim. I love this coffee color. It's my favorite color for the interior, and I really like it on the blue exterior. So it's, I don't know how well it shows up on the camera, but coffee colored, massaging, heated, ventilated seats. We've then got, if I can show up, it won't show in the light, but I've got some pictures of it, a Sky Lounge sunroof, which also lights up to the same ambient lighting as within the car. Super gimmicky, but really, really cool. I actually like it now I'm getting older. Before I like my car stripped down, now I want all of the creature comforts. USB-C built in. And then one of my favorites, which I'll never use, is this. I don't think I'll ever use them, but it's a pretty cool feature. And one of my other favorite features is the fact that now when you close the boot, both the bottom and the top close together. It's got tons of other options that I won't bore you with, but for me, it's got everything that I need. Selena loves the car, so we're both very happy. Once I've done all of the little touch-ups and maintenance jobs, I'll be super happy with this car for the amount of money that we paid. Gotta make sure I don't get run over. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching.